Remember this a jump at the top, I was gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing?
Set to kick off.
The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is RG3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The 49er great Patrick Willis in on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another carry.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Griffin. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Now 4th down and 1.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Neal. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Griffin, and that'll be incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Griffin. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the draw, here's Sanders. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And 9.
Now Griffin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They went with a fullback dive that time.
And Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Lorenzo Neal taking it in. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
It's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start here with Jackson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Vick to throw it. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's taken down inside the 30. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. To throw, Vick. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. And it's caught. Touchdown. Vernon Davis there to make the grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Janikowski lining up for the extra point.
So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down. To throw again. Griffin. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, Griffin. He completes it to Bryant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Griffin, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 75 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. So we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone. Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game. Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there. Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, Griffin. Over the middle to Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throw left side, complete to Sharp. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. He's
brought down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Griffin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And a give this time to the tailback. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They keep on the ground with Elliott, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Vick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
10 at their own 47-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to take the lead. He's giving them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Fix the score. Our home team 21. Visitors 14.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the 35-yard line.
Here's Vick. Gets this one to use check. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle by Troy Polamalu. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over.
17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they...
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EASports_MUT. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.